Hey, what's up, everyone? Everyone is on lockdown, like me. We're all on lockdown, so get some of that. Just wanted to check in with everybody. I know there's a lot of stuff going on. I'm sure everyone's, watching the news, figuring out what adaptations you're going to make in your life and your routine. I know that's what's happening right now. So, that's cool. If you're, pay attention to what's going on. That's all I'm saying. All my kids are home from school, 2 in college.
Well, that's a bit
really
embarrassing.
What up? What's up, Pete? Hey, what's up? What's up, Team Origin? So, yeah, I got all my kids home from school, including I got a 10-year-old home from school. I got a 17-year-old home from school. And I got 2 college kids home from school, all back together. The fam is back together, which means we're back to family PT sessions. Get some.
Bro, I just went. Oh, can you hear me all right?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah. I just went home for lunch, and Amanda sent the kids on a 6-mile jaunt. So they're headed a 6-mile run in the snow.
That is outstanding. That is outstanding. Another thing that's going to be coming out soon is for those of you that are registered for the muster down in Orlando, Florida, May 7th and 8th, we told everyone via email what we were doing, but it looks like we're actually going to end up we're postponing that particular muster basically for 1 year to May of 2021. So we'll put some email out if you're on that list to make that happen. And just wanted to let everyone know. A lot of people have been asking me about jiu-jitsu right now. Am I training right now? The answer right now is no, I'm not training at this moment. Our gym is shut down. We're letting people go in there and work out, but there's no classes going on. So if somebody needs to go lift or squat or whatever, they can. And we've got a bunch of maintenance going on in there, just keeping it clean. But as far as large classes of jiu-jitsu, I'm going to go ahead and say not a good call right now. Don't do it. I think in a little while, I'll probably start training again with a small group of people that I would normally train with. So I think that's the way I would recommend. If you got some mats at home, get your small group of quarantined people that you can train together. Obviously, I'll be training with my kids. So that's what we can do to make up on the jiu-jitsu path. And I know there's a lot of people, there's a lot of adaptations everyone's gonna have to make right now. I know we're doing it at Echelon Front. At Echelon Front right now, we're spinning up, sort of bringing back some of our old services. I used to do more online coaching, and we're spinning some of that stuff back up. So anticipate seeing some of that in the near future as well. And then obviously I was just hitting up Pete because I sent him a text. I was laughing at his commercial that he made yesterday about it's about what's happening. So tell us about the commercial. I'll post it here in a little while, but what's the deal?
Well, we're like everyone's so over the top with this thing, so we definitely don't want to make light of the situation, you know what I mean? At the same time, there's a little bit of humor and everything. So check this out. We got Kayla. She does customer service for us.
What up,
right
Kayla?
Here. Jocko says, "What's up?"
Hey,
Ask her. Well, we need to keep her around. I know her movie career is probably going to pick up after that commercial.
Yeah, your movie career is probably going to pick up, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We're going to wait until her face gets a little redder. It's happening.
I need you to sign for me. Then it'll really kickstart. So waiting on you for that.
There you go.
You got it.
She did a good. She didn't even know what was happening. I was like, we've got to do something so over the top. And so I went home, found some old ski goggles, and squeegeeing her, her face mask off. But it is a situation that I don't think we want to take too lightly. So a little bit of humor. There's also a tone of seriousness in that, and of course, that product that we developed for you.
I know.
Freaking are flying everywhere. We're just trying to let everybody know we've got it because we've never even told anybody about it, and we didn't even have any stock until today. So we're like, oh shit, we better get some of this made. So
yeah,
your product.
Yeah, the product that he's talking about is called Cold War, and I travel all the time. And well, I used to travel all the time. I'm not traveling right now, but so I'm constantly in contact with people, shaking people's hands all the time, going to events, being around thousands of people. in aircraft. And so, you know, I always would try and keep my immune system up. So anyways, we put together a, you know, like an immune system deal called Cold War. And now all of a sudden a bunch of people want it. We sold out of it. And so we just stocked it back up, but that's cool. And then Pete made this commercial because Pete's crazy like that. Hey, the other thing that's kind of cool, I mean, while we're sitting here talking, you know, it's been interesting because, you know, you and I have been saying since the beginning, you know, made in America, from the dirt to the shirt, etc. But what's not that you want to like, not that we had this particular thing in mind, but to have our supply chain just locked down, like we're good. Like, I mean, locked down in a positive way. Like our supply chain is not affected by this because everything that we have comes from America.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is like we've had these conversations, right, forever about like, bro, if we don't save the knowledge, the generation that has the knowledge, and it's actually the generation, if you're watching any of the presidential addresses, it's actually a generation that they're talking about trying to save, right? That's the generation that has the knowledge, and trying to keep that knowledge and pass it down is what we've been all about. Like, hey, listen, if we lose the knowledge, we also lose our supply chain. And it's important to us, right, for that reason. But at the same time, there's a bigger picture, and that obviously has come to fruition, that bigger picture. Like, we can't forget how to be makers, man. We can't forget the knowledge, and it's important. So, you know, good thing for us.
I'm definitely thankful that we're ahead of the power curve on this at Origin. Like, we're ahead of the power curve. We're ready. What's up, B Little? But what's cool is I think a lot of other industries are going to wake up now and start recognizing. I mean, you heard some of the stuff on the pharmaceutical industries where all kinds of stuff is being made overseas, and you just can't rely on that. You know, that's, and then you look at yourself as an individual, you look at your own family. What are you able to do? How well can you take care of yourself? What can you do by yourself? And as you look through that, you know, for yourself, for your family, for your community, for your country, it's like, man, we gotta make sure we have the knowledge to handle things like this. So yeah, I think you know, it's going to be interesting to see how all this unfolds. You and I have been talking about it since, I don't know, for a couple weeks now, and what the predictions are, where it's going to go. I don't think anyone can really predict where it's going to go. But obviously, be ready for the worst case scenario and hope for the best case scenario. That's what we're doing.
Well, exactly. And like, as far as that knowledge, you know, like, I'm like thinking, oh, you know, we're good. We kind of like hunt our own deer. You hunt your own elk, and, you know, stock fridge and freezer. But you got someone like my sister, right? She's in Worcester, Massachusetts, which is like, you know, she can get like one package of hamburg. So she's like, hey, will you send me some protein? Will you send me some milk? Like, they're rationing right now in Worcester. So
okay, so they're actually rationing like how much protein she can get.
Yeah. Well, yeah, like you walk into the store, straight up. Like, you walk into the store in Worcester, and you can get like one package of hamburger. You can't get two packages. You know what I mean?
So I was just about to ask you this. So Amazon now is shutting down like non-essential deliveries, but I think you said that we actually are on the list of essential deliveries. Is that
what Brian can tell? I got my earbuds in, so he can't hear us. What is it? What did Amazon say with Origin? We can, like, we're part of their health and wellness, so they're pushing everything through so people can order it. Or
can they hear me?
They can hear you. Yeah.
Okay. So basically, they've limited incoming supplies of products because of all the overwhelming orders. So they won't process any orders that are not in like pharmacy, health and beauty, and categories like that. Basically,
Amazon won't process any orders that are not in those categories.
So things like milk, Cold War, those things, they're all perfectly fine to go through processing right now. But like DVD players, you're not going to be able to get those after they sell out.
Bro, I don't think anyone's buying DVD players right now anyways.
DVD players are a no-go.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Hey, can you ask B Little if I can get a tape player, please? Like, what about a VCR? Can I get a VCR?
How about an 8-track? Can Jocko get an 8-track?
8-track.
No, but that's actually awesome because that's cool that I guess you could say we made the cut because if people want stuff, if they want Cold War, if they want, and here's another thing I was thinking about, like, if all these kids are home from school, right, they're going to need food. They're gonna need
Bro, we got to get the friggin' Molk bar line going.
yeah,
That's what
we
is
need to keep
happening.
the
Like
bar line going.
we're painting the floor right now, and the machinery should be coming in next week. But
My
you're right.
my middle daughter came home from college, and she hadn't tried a Molk bar yet, and she was
Oh,
pumped.
jeez. Do you have any
She was
left?
pumped. Oh, I've got like an apocalypse now ready stash of Molk bars.
Did you hear what Echo did? I found out yesterday.
What?
He placed a private order with Belittle on Molk bars.
Skipping the chain of command. Echo
Yeah,
Charles.
skipping the chain.
Okay.
Skipping the chain of command.
All right.
And I'm all out of Molk bars, man. Like I live off that shit. He's skipping the chain of command.
Skipping the chain of command. Echo Charles, I know you're watching this.
They're gone that day.
Yeah.
Stand by.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's cool. You know, we really have everything on Amazon. It's all Amazon Prime. If people need it, if you want to get Warrior Kid Molk for your kids, if you want to get some Molk and I'll tell you one more little experimental thing. This is also thanks to my middle daughter. My middle daughter, well, she's actually going to college right now for nutritional science. So she's all deep into Molk and discipline. But
she's pulling the formulas apart probably, huh?
Oh yeah, she's ripped. She's into it. But one of the things that she mixes up, she always sends me little videos of her making. But I've been actually going pretty deep with almond milk and coconut milk instead of regular milk. So that's kind of cool too. Again, almond milk and coconut milk, a lot of it doesn't need to be refrigerated. So it's a good thing to have on hand. Go buy some of that. So if you have to go a couple days.
Oh, it doesn't need to be refrigerated.
No,
Almond milk doesn't need to be.
I'm sure there's some brands that do, but I know that there's some brands that don't.
I did not know that. I did not know that.
Yeah. So another good little tip for preparation, and I don't mean to get everyone crazy, but
bro,
you might as well have a little bit of food on hand.
When we like when the news of this broke in in like China, whatever, like I was like, man, I'm gonna go with my gut on this. And I called Brian and I said, hey Brian, just like lock down all of our raws for like everything we make our products with, bro. And he called and he locked it down for a year, like as far as our supplies, like our protein supply and all the raw materials. Lock that shit down for a year. So yeah, we're totally locked in. We're good to go. So if people need stuff, we got it. You know what I mean? We got it. It's locked down.
Yeah, well, I thought where you're going with that is when it first started happening, when we first started seeing it, it took a while for people to understand what was going on. And, I'm feeling like it's just hard to make a prediction. One of the things I've been looking at is on the cruise ships, right? On the cruise ships that have had people infected on board, you'd think with as contagious as they're saying it is, that every single person on the cruise ship would have it, but that's not the case.
Right.
I don't really understand that. Obviously, it's like it's one of those things where we're gonna have to err on the side of caution, and that's what I think.
Do you have anybody in your family or extended family that has tested positive for it yet, or?
No, I mean, no one's even been tested. I was sick a few weeks ago, kind of prior to even knowing about this. And as I travel all the time. I'm shaking people's hands all the time, doing jiu-jitsu all the time. So I'm in heavy contact with other human beings from a lot of different places in the world. If I had it, I didn't know what it was. I could have had it. I don't know. In my family, my wife also got sick. My son, who's 17, got sick, but my 10-year-old daughter didn't get sick. I don't know what that means, but all I know is right now, everyone's healthy. I don't have any relatives that live close by that are, older. Like my dad lives, he's up in Montana. So,
nice.
No contact with them,
Yeah.
But, yeah, man, it's hard to say and hard to really know because there's, we haven't been tested, and I don't know if you can test if you had it, you know what I mean?
Right.
I don't know if there's such a test as I had it before and whatever. But
yeah, we've been keeping like the factory. Actually, I'll bring it out there. We've been keeping it super clean. Like I walked in today, I was like, this looks like a whole new place. You may not be able to see it through the phone, but
I'm starting to read some
you guys on break? I mean, dude, you've been here so many times. Look at how clean that place looks.
No testing
Except for
available
that spot right there. Except for that spot. But we're going to forgive her.
There you go.
Did you see this? Dude, look at this. Look at what they did over here. They quarantined themselves. Look at that shit.
What crew is that?
Look at there's Desi. There's Des. Remember that time? She was yeah, she was like when my mom brought all the baklava over and you were like right there and she didn't know it was you. She's like, "Oh, can I have some baklava?" And she like reaches over you. She grabs the baklava and then she's like, "Oh, Jocko." Remember that?
I'm surprised I didn't bite her arm.
That was an impression of you.
I like it. I like it.
I like it. Yeah.
Man, a bunch of people are just making some comments and questions and stuff.
Yeah.
Someone said that you cannot get tested if you had it.
Gotcha.
Someone else says antibodies should still be present if you've had it and recovered. Someone said, I am the vaccine for Corona.
Okay.
Someone said Corona gets Jocko, not the other way around.
That's a good
crazy.
one. That is a good one.
Someone just wrote Tulsi watching. I didn't see Tulsi sign in yet. What's up, Tulsi?
Should get her to jump on, see what she thinks.
Shout out for Vegas. What's up, Vegas? Yeah, I know Vegas. So that's kind of a classic example of, Vegas. They just shut down all the casinos. It's gonna be some lean, a lean month or two here at least of people getting through those tough situations. So, yeah, man, gotta keep doing what you can do. As I said this morning, as people are focused right now on what we can't do, like at Echelon Front. At Echelon Front, we can look at the things we can't do right now. We can't do big live events, which is what we actually normally do. So what are we going to focus on? Okay, what can we do? We can do, virtual coaching. We can do virtual seminars, stuff like that. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to adapt and overcome, just like America does. Adapt and overcome.
I like that, man. I think we should start hashtagging that, adapt and overcome, and everything we do. You know what? We're going to start using that on every post. Adapt and overcome.
It's an old saying from the SEAL teams. When things are going sideways, what are you gonna do? Things you don't expect. You got to adapt and overcome. You can't get all frazzled by when things happen. It's like you can't predict what's going to happen in combat. You can't predict what's going to happen in life. You got to adapt and overcome.
At what point, dude? At what point are you personally going to start going stir crazy?
You know what? I'm not. One time somebody asked me, remember that guy was punching this person in front of him's seat?
Yeah.
In the airplane? Yeah. Someone's like, what would you do if someone was doing that on a 4-hour flight? And I said, I would write 1,000 words of my next book. I'm not going to get mad. You punch my seat. Cool. I'm going to work. I'm going to get to work. I'm going to do work. That's what I'm going to do. And I think that's a good attitude to have here. Yeah, you can go stir crazy. Bro, I got all kinds of things stacked up that I'm going to do. I got a bunch of old gear from the teams. I got to do some maintenance on some of it. I got to get rid of some of it. Got to go through some of it. I got a bunch of documents that I got to take pictures of, and so I can get rid of the paper documents. I had all kinds of projects, bro. Got to get after. That's what I'm doing. I'm not going stir crazy.
Got to write another book. You got to get to work. Go get to work. Yeah.
Exactly. Well, speaking of which, awesome, man, I'm going to go get to work right now.
Yeah, I got to get back at it. All right, brother.
Hey, give a shout out to the whole team up there, and thank you for what they're doing. It's awesome to see.
Will do, man. Appreciate it. We'll talk soon.
We'll catch you later. Out of here.